We wanted Seedcamp to be a really immersive, hardcore learning experience. We had over 268 applications, 20 teams were selected to come to London, and the idea was that they should come here and have, in a week, not just build, if you like, a Rolodex in a week that would probably take them 5 years to build. I think one of the teams from Sweden said today they'd learnt more in a week than they had in 18 months.
I think one of the biggest things we wanted to do this week was make it really intense. And I think we've succeeded on that front. So, and the other thing was we didn't want to make it a one-way conversation where you have a lot of panels and it's just one way into the audience, but wanted it to be very interactive.
Seedcamp is something that's really close to our hearts, and so we think it's something that's vital. We see it as sort of one of the many tools to help the entrepreneurial ecosystem.
I set up Firebox back in 1998, and I wish I'd had the chance to go through something like this, because the people they're meeting and the advice they're getting and the exposure they're going to have as they set out trying to raise money is going to be amazing.
We structured the program so we covered some of the big themes that people starting businesses have to confront. So the first day we had a Founders Day.
With the founder of Skype, the founder of King.com, the founder of Jamba and Alando, and I think seeing these people in the same room really helps people to identify that there are great entrepreneurs in Europe, and the quality of mentors and the ambition and ability in Europe is equivalent. It's really just this culture that you're not alone.
All those partners, friends, girlfriends or boyfriends have to be very understanding and have to support you, and have to understand that this is a very crucial time for your company.
Tim Barksdale was the CEO of Netscape, and prior to that, Federal Express and AT&T Cellular, and he has a Mississippi twang that I can't replicate, but he always used to say, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing.
I was always trying to do things in a different way. I tried to, if that was school or if that was, in my early, the first jobs I had, I was working as a product manager, working for a telecom company, trying to compete with the Swedish monopoly. I always try to look at things, how can we do this differently? Why should we do this the same way as it's always been?
What we pulled together is the highest quality list of mentors that I think have ever been assembled, certainly in Europe and possibly in the world. But I think we all know what it's like to start a company, how tough it is, how lonely it is, how we wished we could have met the sorts of people that these guys are meeting, for example, or got the advice that they're getting.
It's really all about bringing the community of entrepreneurs and mentors together to really enhance entrepreneurship in Europe and making the next generation of entrepreneurs even better and more sophisticated than we have today.
It's certainly exceeded anything I think I could possibly have expected. It's been amazing.
The list of not just the business cards we've got, the number of mentors that have said, put me on the board, I want to be on the board of that.
This is a place where you come as a group of people, and when you go out, you're a company which is bonded together.
Day two was about getting to market. So, you've got an idea in the morning, how do you develop the product, how do you design the product? We had great people from Skype, from Yahoo, from Google, helping out there, some usability experts. In the afternoon, it's okay, you got this great product, how do you tell people about it? How do you rise above the noise? We had a marketing panel with guys from Sky and BlackBerry and WPP.
If you're interested in your story, that might be a personal story as much as a product story. That's when just the ball starts rolling, people start visiting your site, and away you go.
For my money, Martin is the most interesting entrepreneur in Europe.
Maybe entrepreneurs haven't done a very good job in Europe explaining what is it that they do that is great for society. And the people who dislike them have done a fantastic job explaining what a group of scumbags they are. I think Seedcamp is very good for that purpose, to raise the morale. And I'm sure you probably don't think that entrepreneurs are thieves, but I can assure you that a lot of people in Europe still do.
You know you're meeting people who know what they're talking about as well, and that's and you value their criticism.
Compressed MBA, but for free, so we can't ask for more.
It's been tiring most of the time, but really inspiring also. Really meeting all the high-class experts from the industry was really
unreplaceable. That would be the word.
It's okay, you've got this product, you've got it to market. How do you sort of build your business? And eventually, how do you think about exiting your business? So we had a bunch of corporates here that day, Cisco, Sun, Oracle, Microsoft, Google, and Yahoo, talking to companies about how they can best work with businesses. We then had people from their API programs.
And their API is a way for you to, on very guarded terms, interact with that huge set of data, right? You're not really interacting with people.
We wanted to hear about APIs, how these companies are doing them, and why aren't they doing something and why they are doing something else. And we're really good input, and now we have more confidence in what we're doing.
Over to you.
It is like a marriage, and in a sense you spend more time with your business partner than your other partner normally. So you have to make sure that you're going to share. To me, the thing was just share the same values. You're in it for the same reasons.
They've had a jump start to it. We, never got this amazing introductions to, cool people. We never got this access to the top investors, the top VCs, the top angels that these guys have. We never had such an intensive kind of week where they can, really, where mentors can really get to grips with the sort of guts of their business, not just talk small talk. We can actually get hands-on and actually talk about things like partnerships and branding. And I just think, these guys are really lucky to have benefited from, from this wonderful scheme.
I'm asking, is everyone ready to give their presentation?
What the public is looking for, what they find persuasive, what turns them off.
Why are we here? We're here because we think a fundamental change has happened in the business model.
Ryan from Builder Site, Table Finder. Next up, Samantha Kublaks. Project Playfair is Ed from Rent Mine Online.
Thrilled to be here, and I'm thrilled more about the company and creating this vision and trying to change the world.
Because I actually do this for my family, and it may be hard to believe for people that don't have kids. But I worked for a long time as a stonemason, and it was really, really hard, and I worked long hours, and I used to drive sometimes 2.5 hours to a job and make $12 an hour.
Just overwhelmed, really. It's just an amazing thing.
You wouldn't believe that you could get an opportunity like this.
I think a lot of people have been sort of deflected by the 50,000 euro headline. Everybody knows that it's not about the money.
I think it's watching the seed campers kind of evolve each day.
It's so hard historically to start a business in Europe that quite frankly anyone who applied to Seedcamp, all 268 applicants are winners, because they're all people who are saying, I'm starting a business, I want to start a business, I've got the guts to start a business, I'm going to take some risks.
We're just at the beginning. What I hope is that we can get entrenched into different universities across Europe that really becomes pan-European. We've already made a good step.
I think the way we've set it up, we've done so for longevity. It's there to last and for continuous improvement.
Come on guys, there are no excuses anymore. If you've got an idea, if you want to create a big company in Europe, go for it.